One of the greatest barriers that job creation has today is regulatory uncertainty. Small businesses already bear a heavy regulatory burden. Overreaching new proposed regulations are having a chilling effect, prolonging the economic downturn that we are experiencing in our country. Today we will examine the U.S. Department of Agriculture's proposed grain inspection, Packers and Stockyards Administration, or the GIPSA rule, and the potential ramifications it will have on America's small businesses. I would like to extend special thanks to each of our witnesses here today for taking the time out of your busy schedules to be here. And I'd like to especially thank the folks from the USDA and Undersecretary Avalos for being here. I also want to extend a warm welcome to Robbie LaValle, a constituent of mine from Hotchkiss, Colorado, who we will hear testimony from later, along with other representatives for small businesses within the beef, pork, and poultry industries. Just over a year ago, the USDA announced a proposed rule that would significantly alter livestock marketing practices and further inject the government into small businesses' marketing and business decisions. If implemented as proposed, this overreaching new rule would hurt thousands of small businesses in the livestock industry and cost our country thousands of jobs. The GIPSA rule would create uncertainty for livestock producers and open the door for frivolous lawsuits based on nothing more than accusations of competitive injury. Further, although the rule was prompted by the 2008 Farm Bill, I believe what was proposed by the USDA went far beyond the intent of Congress. The proposed rule has raised concerns for many in the agricultural community. During the public comment period, the USDA received more than 61,000 comments from stakeholders in the beef, pork, and poultry industries. Despite the proposed rule's potential for having far-reaching impacts on small businesses, no comprehensive cost-benefit analysis was performed. Chairman Graves and I found the USDA's disregard for the Regulatory Flexibility Act extremely troubling. As a result, last month we sent a letter to the USDA Secretary Tom Vislak, expressing our concerns and calling for, among other things, a revised regulatory flexibility analysis to ensure that the USDA fully understands the private sector costs of regulations in its imposing these new rules on small businesses. Independent studies estimate that the proposed rule would deal a $1.5 billion blow to our nation's economy and directly cause a loss of 23,000 jobs. Clearly, our country cannot afford further economic injury of this magnitude. I look forward to hearing from our witnesses as they provide testimony and seek to prevent regulatory injuries that will likely result by implementation of the existing proposed rule. I also look forward to hearing from Undersecretary Avalos on the current status of the proposed rule. It is my hope that if the USDA moves forward on the proposed rule, it will do so only after significantly revising the rule to address the concerns raised here today and to incorporate the suggestions from those who commented on the rule. I would also encourage the USDA to consider and include in the record the letter of Chairman Graves and I sent to Secretary Vislak on June 13th and address the inadequacies of the agency's initial regulatory flexibility analysis and the potential ramifications on small businesses. Again, I'd like to thank all of you for taking the time to be here today, and I will now yield to Ranking Member Kritz for his opening statement.